Ancient India left behind stories that still confuse modern science. Flying machines described thousands of years ago, weapons that sound eerily similar to modern technology, and powerful beings who descended from the sky to teach humans incredible knowledge. Were these just myths, or do ancient Indian texts hint at something far more advanced than we've ever imagined? Today, we're diving deep into the most debated and mysterious ancient alien connections of India, separating the claims, the interpretations, and the facts. Let's get into it. First up, the Vimanas. Ancient Indian texts like the Ramayana and Mahabharata describe incredible flying vehicles. These weren't just simple chariots. They were said to travel through the sky, move vertically and horizontally, carry multiple passengers, and cover vast distances. The most famous example is the Pushpaka Vimana, used by the king Ravana and later by Rama. Ancient alien theorists look at these descriptions and see clear evidence of advanced aircraft or even spacecraft. They argue that the level of detail is too specific to be mere fantasy. Historians, on the other hand, explain Vimanas as powerful mythological symbols, beautiful poetic imagination, or allegories for the power and divinity of the gods. So, what's the reality check here? There is absolutely no physical evidence of advanced aircraft from that period. But the sheer detail of these descriptions remains incredibly intriguing and keeps the debate alive. Next, let's talk about the devastating weapons of the Mahabharata. The epic poem describes weapons that could emit blinding light, destroy entire armies, and leave behind a terrifying aftermath: sickness, hair loss, and poisoned land that couldn't grow food for years. One famous verse describes a weapon that exploded with the brightness of 1,000 suns, too. Ancient alien theorists. This sounds almost exactly like a description of a nuclear explosion. The parallels are chilling. But scholars argue that this is all metaphorical. Epic poetry, by its very nature, uses exaggeration to convey the sheer scale of destruction and horror in a war. Similar dramatic imagery can be found in many ancient cultures around the world. The important note here is that there is no archaeological proof of nuclear warfare in ancient India. However, the uncanny similarity in the language used continues to fuel speculation and keep this theory in the spotlight. This leads us to the gods themselves, who are often described as descending from the heavens. Think about it. Indra, the king of the gods, rides in a flying chariot. Deities communicate through brilliant light and powerful sound, and these celestial beings interact directly with humans, sharing wisdom and changing the course of history. Ancient alien theorists pose a simple question: what if these weren't gods at all, but extraterrestrial visitors who were misinterpreted as divine beings by a less technologically advanced civilization? It's a compelling idea. The traditional understanding, of course, is very different. It sees these stories as spiritual metaphors, symbolic representations of natural forces like thunder and lightning, and part of a rich cultural storytelling tradition. India's texts are deeply philosophical, masterfully blending cosmic ideas with the human experience. So were they gods, or visitors from another world? The texts leave it open to interpretation. Now, let's look at the incredible, documented knowledge of ancient India. This isn't speculation. It's historical fact. Ancient Indian civilizations gave the world the concept of zero, which is the foundation of modern mathematics. They developed advanced astronomy, creating precise calendars that charted the movements of the stars and planets. And they even practiced early forms of surgery, with figures like Sushruta pioneering complex medical procedures. Some people look at this mountain of advanced knowledge and believe it must have come from an external, non-human source. They argue it's too much of a leap for one civilization to make on its own. Historians, however, strongly disagree. They point out that this knowledge evolved over centuries of careful observation, intellectual exchange, and cultural continuity. Advanced knowledge doesn't automatically require alien intervention, but the fact that it emerged so early in human history is what continues to fascinate so many people. And this advanced knowledge wasn't just theoretical. It was built into the very fabric of their world. Just look at ancient Indian temples, structures like the Vimanas, designed as a giant chariot, or the massive Brihadiswara temple, are precisely aligned with celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. Their geometry reflects a deep understanding of the cosmos. Ancient alien theorists sometimes claim these incredible sites could have been landing markers for spacecraft or even cosmic energy centers. But architectural historians offer a more grounded explanation. They show that astronomical alignment was a common practice in the ancient world, linking earthly structures with the divine heavens. The builders were master astronomers with deep observational skills, and for them, religion and science were one and the same. Even so, The precision they achieved with the tools of their time remains absolutely extraordinary and continues to baffle engineers today. So, with all these historical and scientific explanations, why do these ancient alien theories persist? It's because ancient texts are not simple instruction manuals. They are symbolic, layered, and open to interpretation. The gaps in our historical knowledge create a natural sense of curiosity. And let's be honest, humans are drawn to extraordinary explanations for extraordinary achievements. It is sometimes easier to believe aliens did it than to accept that our ancestors were brilliant innovators. But here's the thing, India's past was incredibly complex and sophisticated, not primitive. Underestimating the ingenuity of ancient civilizations is often what leads people to look for alien explanations in the first place. The truth might be that we just haven't given our ancestors enough credit. So, to circle back to our main question, do India's ancient texts prove alien contact? The honest answer is no. There is no definitive, physical evidence. But do they reveal something else? Do they show us a civilization with an advanced imagination, a deep connection to cosmic thinking, and a sophisticated ability to observe the natural world? Absolutely. The real wonder here may not be aliens from another planet, but just how incredibly intelligent and insightful ancient humans truly were. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't what came down from the sky, but how much we still have yet to understand about our own incredible past. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this journey into history and mystery, be sure to subscribe for more.